Today we review Rapha's Pro Team Bib Tights with Pad. Hello legends and super legends, welcome to Veloharmony. In today's review we take a look at Rapha's Pro Team Bib Tights with Pad. They have a new colorway. I've got a copy here that I want to introduce to the channel. I already have one of them. I don't remember if I did a review on it or not, but I have the RCC one, and I will show some clips of them in action because I wore them on a recent ride. This copy that I got, this one is the size of XL, which is my standard size in their bib shorts. But for these bib tights, I sized up this one because when I put the XL on in this, it's a lot of work trying to get them on my thighs. The material here is so much tougher than even these I'm wearing. These are a lot easier to get on than the Rapha. The Rapha bib tights are very warm, the Pro Team. Rapha has different bib tights and I created equal. The Pro Team training bib tights which they have, which I don't have a copy of, they're more like leggings and therefore like maybe 15, 16 Celsius, 55 and up or something like that, depending on your tolerance. But what's the point of having bib tights if you can't wear them when it's cold and they're more for milder weather? I don't want to wear bib tights when the weather's mild. Might as well just put on some leggings or knee warmers or something. And that's what you got to pay attention to. So these are for deep winter. I have them inside out so I can show you the material. I'm hoping the camera will do it justice. They have almost like a thermal fleecy type material all on the inside. This is the front of the garment, that fleecy material. On the rear of the garment, it's more breathable. They don't have that thermal material there. They have like a lighter, almost like a Roubaix fleece kinda, to allow breathability on the back of the legs. That thermal on the front keeps you warm, and then the outer material is a different lycra to keep water out. On your rear, they're more interested in waterproofing your rear because a lot of cyclists get caught in the rain without mud guards. And so that will keep your rear from getting wet because it's not nice sitting on the bike with wet pads. So all under here, that material is a different lycra. You see that? All around the pads, inside your groin area and your upper back, different lycra. Then further up your back, they have that warm area again, because that's where the curve is. So when you're sitting like this, that spray is going to hit down here. That protects you. It's the same thing on these shorts. That's waterproof. Then further up here, they put a breathable material because you can get hot up here. You're not worried so much about the spray up on the upper part of your lower back. And then this strap, the back of the strap area is also thermal. It has the little thermal, it look like dots or ribbed area or whatever, but that's to trap your body heat, keep you warm. Let me turn it so right side out. They use a standard Pro Team pad. I think they're made by a company called Cyclist. So if you have any of that, it's just consistent. The quality is consistent with their other pads in the Pro Team line. I don't own any of their core. I tried their core a long time ago. It just didn't fit me. It didn't suit me. So I only stick with the Pro Team. So now I turned it the right side out. These straps are very robust. They are thick. They're a lot thicker than their competitors. They have the convex of the road built into these straps. Hope you can see that. That's their moniker. And the material here, you can see, is designed to keep you warm and dry. So this material in the front, like I showed you from the other side, is almost like a wetsuit-like material in the front, all the way down to the knee here and further down the leg. On the back, they have a different kind of lycra. It doesn't feel the same as this, but it is lycra, but it's a lot thinner, it's breathable. And then the same robust material all over the pad, which is what I showed you from the inside. You couldn't see this section because the pad was there, but this keeps your entire groin area to the small of your back dry. And I've worn these to where we're in the rain for hours, and maybe after 6 hours, I felt a little dampness. But by then it had wicked and so forth. So these really work to where you don't feel like you're going to boil because you're expelling the heat you generate will go out from here as well. This area here, it's not as robust as this in keeping the water out, but it's up your back. So the water doesn't hit that, even though that rooster tail hits further up. So this area here does not need to be waterproof. It's from the small of your back to the part that hits the saddle. That's where the water really gets. And that's what they're protecting. And then the front of your legs, your groin area in the front, all here, keeps the water out. So I'm going to put this on so you can see how it looks. All right. This is kind of how they look. They feel a lot better around here than when I put these, the XL on. The XL, it's a struggle to get up there. I have to sit down. I have to grab in between the seams, pull it up on my leg. I didn't have to do any of this. So by going up a size to the double XL, I gain a little more room in the leg area and the waist area. So if you don't have big thighs, then you just kind of go with your same size. But it's not the end of the world because I can still wear these. It's just that if I were going to invest in more, I wanted to solve the challenges I was having with these. I like these. This is in the RCC colorway with the dark stripes. They have a navy with the chartreuse stripes on there. Then they have the black and black in the standard without the RCC. I like the black and black. They also have a black and white, which, you know, the stripes are just kind of in your face. So I like the black and black so that when light hits it, then the stripes wake up, as opposed to just always flashing the stripes. This dark red colorway, the Rapha logo is not in your face. So it's almost muted, almost like you would have like a reflective muting. I like that. I like the colorways they picked for putting the Rapha on there. I'm going to turn this way. You can see the leg. Hopefully the camera picks it up. I'm going to lift my leg. See the stripes back here? Reflectivity. So you get that here, here in the back, and then on the side. So all of that. So until light becomes a factor like the sunlight or a car's headlight or whatever, these are not jumping out and yelling to the word Rapha. I hate that. So I like the way they muted that. So I always go for the ones that don't have the loud Rapha. Now the navy, you got chartreuse on there, so you pretty much see it. It's not that bad. But the most change that I like in sizing up is in here. It's less restrictive. When I'm riding, I'm already in the position like this. I don't like this to be super tight. These are just a little tighter than these. So I don't understand how going from XL to 2XL, I got the subtle change in the size of the thigh. I guess I shouldn't call this subtle because I just put it on and it went on. I didn't have to grab it and pull it up. So yeah, somehow the cut is not as full. It's like they cut these for thin cyclists. So if you're a big rider, it's hard to get kit to fit you because a lot of the manufacturers expect cyclists to just be pencil thin. And I guess that maybe most cyclists are, I don't know, but that's just what I've seen across the board. So if you're a bigger rider, it's a challenge finding stuff to fit you. Because I don't consider myself to be big, but in the cycling world, you know, at 86, 87 kilos, I guess that's big because most of the guys are probably 50, 60 kilos and stuff like that. So that's the challenges. I've gotten a lot of letters and so forth from cyclists on this channel through my website complaining about, you know, I can't find my size. It's not just Rapha, Castelli, all of them. Everything is just made so small. So a lot of cyclists are kind of stuck and limited in the choices if you're muscular and you 200 something pounds, you know. Even if you get the 2XL and the ones that make 3XL, it still does not represent a true 2XL and 3XL because I don't consider myself to be a 2XL in anything. And this is a 2XL and it fits me fine. And I love how it just fits well. There are no gaps. So when I get down, it actually cradles my midsection here. And when I'm standing, it's less restrictive. This one fits well after I've tugged and pulled and gotten everything in place. So with sizing up, I didn't have to do that. So when you're doing it, depending on your size, you may want to consider whether you use the same size. But for most riders, if you don't have a very big, let's say, quadricep area, it's not very big, then you can just get the regular size. Because that was my challenge. Because everything else about this XL is fine. The straps are fine. But to get that extra room, I had to go up. So hopefully this will help you get some more pieces of kit for the colder weather, and this will handle the wet as well as keeping you warm. I really like these because when it's very cold, these are the ones I go to. All the other things, like I've had the Castelli, let's see here. This one here is made by Castelli. I've had it for a long time. I believe this is a double XL. So with Castelli, I have to size up. And this is not for deep winter. This is not very warm. I only wear this if it's 10C or higher. I don't wear it when it's below 10C because I can feel the air going through the legs. So these and the one that I will do another review on from Pactimo, the Storm, is for very cold weather. So I hope this will help you. To that effect, let nothing stop you from getting your canes in.